All right, welcome to the next part of LinkedIn. This one we're going to be discussing recommendations and how you need to aim for them. So, what we're talking about specifically here are those written feedbacks or recommendations that another person can give you. Now, I've given you an example here so you can kind of see what it looks like, but basically, this is written feedback from a coach, a scout, a teammate, or anybody that you know on the platform. And it's a great marketing tool for you because it can get if you can get a former coach or a scout or an agent or somebody that you know that can write you a recommendation, this will sit on your profile. And it's a huge asset. So what you can see here is, in the two examples I give you, the bottom one where it says ask Kyle to recommend you. This is where this is how you send a request to be recommended. So we put here, we said, thank you for your help over the years in helping prepare me on and off the field. I'm getting ready to start my college recruiting process, and I've built my initial college list. Before I start sending out letters, I would like to ask for recommendation from you regarding my sport-related abilities and my school commitment. I am also open to anything you would feel would be beneficial. Thank you for your assistance. I will see you at practice on Monday. So what you see with this is I've created an account, an example account, which I'm going to take you through on LinkedIn, and you're going to see all these informations here. But this is just screenshots to give you an idea of how it could work. So you would essentially send an individual that you're asking to recommend you. So you would say, like here, you're asking the question, can they recommend you? And then on the right side where it says recommendations, you have one that's received. And you can see here that I wrote a recommendation back for this individual. And I said, Noah is a fantastic student athlete and has been a member of our program for over 2 years. His commitment is second to none, both on and off the field. He attends every single practice, ready to work hard, learn, and push his teammates for more. I have nothing but only positive words about Noah, and it's been a privilege working with him and seeing him grow over the last 3 years. He would make an excellent addition to any college and their respective soccer program. So you can see that this is going to sit on your page. And if somebody knows who I am, they can see that I wrote that recommendation, and then they would be able to access and see that and maybe message me directly about Noah as an example. And then that way it gives them a little bit more insight into you to help you move forward. So recommendations are a huge, huge element that you need to be getting on your LinkedIn account when you create it. And you get them by having connections. So you need to be connected with the person that you're going to request. So you can't just request some random person. You need to at least be connected. My recommendation for you would be to ask for recommendations from people that you know will write something positive about you. So a coach that you have a good relationship with, a parent that you know, somebody like that that can give you some insight. High school coach, club coach, director of coaching, technical director, anything like that that can give you those insights. Okay, now next steps. So once you've pretty much finished setting up your LinkedIn account, you need to start obviously moving into the next steps. You can see here on the right side, I've given an example of Daniela, and she's a professional soccer player for the Orlando Pride. So you can kind of see what her page looks like with these skills and endorsements and even a recommendation that was given. Okay, now what you need to do as next steps is to download the LinkedIn phone app, obviously, so that way you can always see future notifications. You can edit your account if you need to. You need to be joining groups. So there are probably hundreds of groups, and I'm going to show you here momentarily in the next video or so about how to do this and groups to look for. But that way you can try and find groups where they're looking for connections, they're looking for trials, they're looking for combines, anything to give you an opportunity to be scouted. Okay? You need to add connections, obviously, like your teammates, coaches, any individual that you know, especially someone that can benefit you. You also want to be starting to look and search for and possibly connect with scouts, agents, or other coaches. And then you want to be working on sending professional messages like I showed you previously about the recommendations and how to connect with individuals. Now, there's going to be a lot of trial and error with this because there's no set formula, and you're going to get a lot of no's when you're trying to message somebody. So having a way to connect with someone is a great way to do that. Or finding a way to connect with somebody. What can bring a common conversation to discuss? Maybe you do some research about that individual, see what they've done, maybe a player that they found, and then they're going to be a little bit more interested. What I can tell you is that people like to talk about themselves and accomplishments that they've completed. So if you start and give them a platform to do that, then I think it's only going to help you progress forward. Okay? So those are the next steps. You want to make sure that you start working on those. And here, again, shortly, we're going to show you how to build out some future platforms with a walkthrough. Okay, so see you in the next video.